Vlogmas. It is Monday, December 7th, and I am up trying to get the pattern for the Herrington Marla Day Live. I usually do my pattern drops on Mondays, so it's a cowl pattern. If you're interested, go find it. I'll try to remember to link it below, but there will be a video on my channel, 2 videos on my channel regarding this pattern. So yeah, I don't know if this is every designer's experience, but because I have, I usually do a pattern drop video and a pattern drop blog post, and then sometimes like a stitch tutorial video, and then this one has a free version on the blog, and then obviously the pattern listings. You're eating blueberries? Delicious. Oh, it's a tiny blueberry. She's over there eating. So yeah, just getting all the links in the right places so that when I put the pattern live, there's like this awkward moment of like none of the links are in the right spot. So that's always fun. So I gotta do that this morning, and then yeah, Monday's just kind of like our catch-up day. Weekends we kind of do family stuff, like my sink. Can you see that? Yeah, my sink is full of dishes over there. I gotta do the dishwasher, I gotta do laundry, gotta vacuum. I might go play in the snow because there's still some snow outside. But yeah, I'll take you along on Vlogmas week 2. And for right now, I gotta get this video up and all of the things, the pattern, the whole pattern as a whole. But yeah, if you're looking for a quick cowl pattern, Herrington Marla Day. So talk to you guys soon. Alright, sorry it's so very echoey in here. This is an empty room that we're redoing. Only room I have room for blocking in. But I have remade the hope in a future wrap, and it is now a reasonable size for reasonably sized humans, being non-giants. And yeah, I'm very happy that I redid it, and we're much better off as far as yarn chicken and having yarn left over for tassels, and you're not going to need to purchase any additional yarn. And yeah, I'm really excited about that because the original version was looking like we were going to need an extra 2 skeins, and it was going to be a very expensive project. So I'm much happier with this. I still love this little bit right here. It's so fiery. But this is Megs & Co. yarn. If you want more details on this wrap and the collaboration I'm doing with Meg, you can check out podcast episodes. I'm really having a hard time keeping this straight. Podcast episodes 22 and 23, I think. But yeah, this is going to be coming soon. Hopefully going to be doing testing in January-ish. But it's just, oh, it's so pretty. I'm really happy. So I remade the whole thing in a week. Fingering weight, so again, crocheters, you can use fingering weight, and you can do it pretty quick if you set your mind to it. Sorry, I'm just like snaking around here, guys. But yes, just wanted to give you an update on that. Just look at how pretty it came out. So sometimes it stinks having to frog, but it was definitely worth it because now this is going to be something that actually fits people, because it was going down to like my mid shins, and that was a little ridiculous. But look, this is so pretty. So stay tuned, coming soon. Which sparkles do you want to put in here? Want to do gold, silver, green, or red?
Red.
Red? Okay, so we get the red spoon, and then we scoop a little bit in here, and then watch. Ready? It goes inside. You see it inside there? Look. Want to scoop some in? What color do you want to scoop in?
Red.
Well, this one goes in here. Let's keep that one there. There's some more red. You scoop it in. Okay, so we just took these, I think these were from Target. They're just plastic, non-breakable ornaments. But I saw them at my dollar store as well. And then we got dollar store stickers and dollar store glitter. And the beads, I had a large collection of beads. So we just took a little funnel and we're funneling in the glitter and the beads, and then we stuck stickers on them. I did realize that they are not glitter tight, so I ended up hot gluing the tops back on. It kind of looks janky. And then I had to hot glue that little top section there. I might find another piece of ribbon or something to attach to make it look less horrible, but I realized that if you shook it or stored it in a box, all the glitter came out. But now it's pretty glitter tight. And then I'm just gonna paint 2020 on it with, where'd you go? Puff paint, fabric paint. This happens to be glow in the dark. I already had it. But you could definitely Sharpie it on too. This is just a fun little toddler craft. I like a good memory ornament. We're gonna give some of these to the grandparents and probably hang a couple on our tree. And yeah, cute little chilly day craft. Well, not really blocking, but sort of blocking all of my hand knit socks in a couple pairs that my mom made for my daughter. The Hope in the Future wrap is all dry. I do have sock blockers, but I don't put every individual sock on sock blockers. That's more really just for showing on the podcast, if we're being honest. But I am gonna just lay them all out and let them dry. Here on these mats, I'll just kind of tell you what the yarns are. This one was Lion Brand Mani Pedi in I think the color is Crew. It's a self-striping. And then the heels, toes, and cuffs are one that I dyed myself. Most of these are superwash and could go in the washing machine, but I feel like they hold up better if I hand wash them. And I kind of like the process of hand washing, so. And those are just a plain vanilla sock with the Eye of Partridge heel. These are the Rye Light Socks by Tin Can Knits, and the stripy yarn is Megs & Co., who's also the dyer for the wrap. Megs & Co. I Could Live in Hope, and the heels, toes, and cuffs on this are Kitty Pride fibers in a one-of-a-kind orange. I don't think I'm going to make it to the 12 socks this year for the box of socks, but that's okay, right? And these are in no particular order, other than the order I'm pulling them out. These are, I think I just made up a random rib pattern. This is like a 6x2 ribbing. And the yarn is one that I got in like a yarn swap, and I have no idea what it is. And the heels, toes, and cuffs are, this one I'm still trying to figure out what the perfect size is. You're gonna notice these are all kind of different. These ones are too long. Heels, toes, and cuffs are, knits for comfort, left over from my first pair of socks. I think these were my second pair. We're gonna get creative on how we're laying these out here. I didn't towel dry these, and I should have. Usually I put everything in a towel and stomp on it first, get some water out, but this is a big empty room, so they're just gonna kind of sit in here. No one's gonna bother them. These are they're by the Crazy Sock Lady. What are they called? I don't remember. They have yarn overs. What are these called? I don't know. But the yarn is both Kitty Pride fibers, one-of-a-kind colors. And every pair of socks, I'm like changing my needle size and my stitch count. I kind of have a thing down now where they mostly fit pretty good, but it depends on the yarn and everything. Alright, we're gonna have to move over my camera right here if you want to see the rest of the socks. Pleased to say we got the Play-Doh out of the bottom of these. Play-Doh is not a good match for knit socks. These my mom made. I have no idea what they are. They're for my daughter. I don't think she followed any pattern. My daughter would like to see Papa. Can you come see me, my love? Mom also made these. made for her. They're a little bit tinier. Should kind of block them out a little more. Hopefully you get a little more wear out of them.
That feels better, right?
We are applying tap shoes in the hallway. How much crashing is going to be in this video, my love? We're putting on our fancy tap shoes. Okay. These are scrappy random vanilla socks made of all the scraps of the other socks. Those I did for sock week.
Ready to see these fancy shoes now.
You're about to hear some tap shoes, everyone. Oh, you need blocking pins? Okay. We're getting to the bottom. These are leftovers from the Lion Brand mani-pedi, the self-striping. I dispersed it between Patton's Croy, whatever the plain gray is. Okay. Can you go block those ones over there? Can you block these ones for me? We really like blocking. Are you seeing the blocking? I think so. Yeah. All right, a couple more. And then let's see, we'll just slide you this way maybe. Kind of works. This is a weird setup. All right, these are my first ever socks. These were by Knits for Comfort, or the yarn was. The pattern is vanilla latte socks, so they're basically a vanilla sock with a tiny bit of ribbon detail. This yarn was brighter, and these were the ones that I put in the washing machine, and then I decided maybe even though they're super wash, I shouldn't wash them because they have faded quite a bit, and I don't know if that's a dye technique thing or a washing machine thing, but since then I've been hand washing. These have gotten the most worn. Look at the oldest hair. And then these are probably my favorite. These are on a non-superwash base. I think it's East Frisian, if I can remember correctly, and they're 100% whatever the wool is, East Frisian something something, which is produced in Maine and then hand dyed by Mad Fuzzy. And I got these when I was at the Boston Farm and Fiber Fest, or the yarn. And it's really woolly, but surprisingly they are my favorite socks. And I think something about the sheep breed is pretty sturdy. I forget exactly, but she sells it as sock yarn for socks. So it has no nylon or anything in it, but it holds up really well. And these are the blueberry waffle socks, and they fit me the best, and they just are the best. So these ones are my favorite so far. And I've been wanting to get more of her yarn, but she does small batches of stuff because it's like locally sourced. And I haven't seen the same base and the colors that I'm looking for. So I don't remember what this color was called, but I love it. I need to make another pair of blueberry waffles. They fit so good. So that is my hand-dyed sock collection. There's a couple more that weren't dirty, but that's pretty much all of it. That's some good blocking you're doing, babe.
No.
You're blocking those? Thank you. Be careful. She's got some scrappy leg warmers on as well. So yeah, open a future wrap. Sneak peek. Tis hand knit sock season. Thanks for watching me do my laundry. So I realized in last week's vlog I showed us painting this advent calendar thing, but then I thought I put a picture of it finished and it totally wasn't there. So I wanted to show you how the book advent and our sticker advent calendar has been going, and then a couple other Christmassy bits we have around just because. So this is our sticker advent tree. Can you guess which side I painted and which side she painted? No, you can't. So we just got some dollar store poster board and some dollar store stickers, and we've just been sticking them on the date. She has no clue about the numbers, so we're just directing her where it goes. But it's been going great, and she really enjoys it every night. And we've been doing our little book advent, and she's been doing really good, just picking out one. She gets so excited. She's really proud that she knows how to unwrap the ribbon and the paper now, and it's been really good. Some books have been really big hits, like she really likes this penguin one. It's got a bazillion words in it, and we just like summarize it because it's very informative about penguins, but she really likes that one. And I got one last night that I had grabbed out of a free book pile just because it had really cute pictures. I didn't read it. It was about rhinoceroses snowboarding, and it was like, the rhinoceroses are so gnarly when they get sick air. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're not keeping this book. It was all like snowboarder and skateboarder slang. It was ridiculous. It had nothing to do with Christmas, but we really enjoyed the book advent. So I would definitely encourage you to give it a try next year. So I just wanted to check in with that. We're about them. We're the 11th now, so not quite halfway. The child is running around with a clear plastic box on her head, as a child does. And then I don't think I had talked about these in the blog.
Mama,
Oh, here I am. I don't think I talked about these in Vlogmas, but I talked about them in my last podcast. These are the Winter Braid Stocking, I believe is what they're called, by... Oh, I don't remember who they're by. It's in the podcast 23, but it's a new pattern this year. And I made 3 of them, and then I realized I accidentally made that one backwards. I thought I just put the loop on the wrong side, but somehow I had reversed the pattern. I made this one last. And so the seam is on the other side, so if I flip it that way, there's a clear seam down the front. So we've just decided it can go this way. So it's my daughter's and it's special and whatever. So I'm pretty happy with those. I don't know. I got my command hooks on the wall. I don't know how they're actually going to hold up to putting presents in. But we're not doing anything super heavy. It's all pretty light stuff. But yeah, I think they came out really cute. And I have more yarn left over if I need to ever make some more. So that's hanging in front of our weird fireplace. Also talked about on the podcast. This is our mini grand piano. And the wreath is always there. I just fancified it for the Christmas by sticking some sparkly berries in it. But yeah, we're getting festive up in here. Vlogmas. It is now Saturday, December 12th, so we're halfway there. Right? That's how math works. So I just wanted to wrap up the week with you. I'm sitting in bed, just got out of the shower. I don't normally get out of the shower and sit in bed and sip tea, but my husband's downstairs eating breakfast with my daughter. She's on second breakfast. She eats with me and then with him. So she's like a hobbit. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap up the week. I wanted to do this last week as well, but the video got really long. So bear with me this week. But I just wanted to share in celebrating, I know we're all calling it Vlogmas, but it is the Advent season, which the days leading up to Christmas and celebrating the birth of Christ. So I've been doing a couple different Advent Bible studies in this time period. I like to try and do something daily that keeps me in that Christmas mindset. And the one specifically that I'm going to reference, I don't think I can share with you because we get it through a subscription that's paid for by our church, so I don't think it's free anywhere. You can try and look it up if you want, but I know there is a book, and I will try to remember to link that if I can. But I was listening to a study by Ann Voskamp. I think that's how you say her last name. She's pretty well known. And I can't say I loved the video study. She was kind of like sitting like surrounded by candles in a barn, speaking in like a super theatrical fireside voice, and it was a little much for me, the presentation of it. I realize my phone is kind of crooked. Let's see if I can straighten me out a little bit. So I would have just preferred if she just talked in like a normal voice, because it was very like, the Lord has come. Like it was weird, but the content was real good. And so there's a book as well called The Greatest Gift that I will try and link for you, but it was like a 4-part study about Advent. And something she just referenced really quickly, I just kind of want to expound, is that what the word I'm looking for, upon? And I forget which chapter of the study it was, but she was talking about the first questions asked in both the Old and New Testament. And she only referenced it really quickly, so I don't know if there's a larger chunk in the book, but I've kind of just been, this was even last week that I listened to it, and I'm still just kind of thinking about it and meditating on it. But I've heard sermons preached before on the first question asked in the Old Testament. So if you're not familiar, in Genesis 3, the first question that pops up in the Old Testament after the creation story is, where are you? And it's God asking Adam and Eve, who have just eaten the fruit, realized they were naked, and went and hid. And prior to that, they had had this very intimate relationship with God, and it says they were literally walking with him in the garden, and they were with God, and God was with them. But then they made this decision, and they were separated, basically, from God due to their decision. And God knew where they were, but he was calling out to them, saying, where are you? What happened? Where'd you go? And that's really the beginning of the story, where we were with God, and then the whole Old Testament is basically a story of that separation, and people trying and failing to get to God, and God, I don't want to say God trying and failing, but God had a plan all along, but God trying to call his people back to himself, and then his people being like, yeah, see ya. So just this story of divide and separation between the communion that we were supposed to have with God. So throughout the Old Testament, there's just this desperation of God saying, where are you? Come back. but him having a plan all along to fix that. So then I thought it was really interesting because I'd never, I don't think, heard this pointed out specifically. I know the verse, and I've heard it a bazillion times, but the first question that shows up in the New Testament is actually, where is he? And it's in reference to, or it's the three kings, or the Magi, as they're sometimes called, asking, where is he who has been born king of the Jews? Or where is the newborn king of the Jews, depending on the translation that you're looking at. But basically, they know that answer has come. The one that's going to fix that separation and that divide has arrived, and they want to know where he is so they can go and worship him. And I just thought that was really fascinating, that the Old Testament starts out with, where are you? Where'd you go? And just this massive period of thousands of years. Thousands? Hundreds. Thousands, right? Yes. Of just not being with God anymore. And then Matthew 3 happens, Matthew 2. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best to remember offhand. I'm not the best at memorizing this stuff, but Matthew 2, the three kings ask, where is he? And I just thought that was so fascinating because one of the names that Jesus is referred to by is Emmanuel, which translates to God with us. So he was literally God come down with us again. And after all that time, God was back with people, and people were able to be back with God and walking with him. I mean, at that point, he wasn't walking, he was in a manger. But the fact that God would again walk with people, and that people could walk with him and be in relationship with him, is really incredible. And that's what the Christmas season is about. And I just wanted to share that with you and give you something to think about. If you want more resources or want to chat about it more, I'd love to chat with you guys, but I just wanted to share a little snippet of my Advent studies with you. My hair is really wild when it's wet, sorry. I just thought that was really good. I really liked that. Just keeping in mind that we're celebrating not just a baby and some straw and some angels and whatnot, but a baby that was essentially born to die. To fix that divide and to bring people back with God. So just wanted to share that. I hope that resounds with somebody as much as it did with me, because I was like, wow, that's good. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I hope you had a great week 2 of Advent, of Vlogmas, of pre-Christmas. I hope that even though this year has been very strange, and I know a lot of people, depending on what state you are, I think most states at this point are limited on who you can see and what you can do, and even if you're not stateside, I feel like there's probably some regulations. I know the UK is like back in lockdown, so I hope that you have coziness around you, that you got your Christmas traditions that you're able to hang on to, and that you're just making the best of it. And I hope that you have lots of yarn and crafty things, and that we're going into Christmas and celebrating not only Christmas, but the fact we're almost done with 2020. Let's finish this year strong, and I will check in with you guys next week for week 3 of Vlogmas. So Christmas is less than 2 weeks away now. So happy Saturday. You'll be seeing this on Sunday. Happy weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me this week, guys. Bye.